Hello everyone, welcome to a new video and a new game on the channel. This game is called Runescape Dragonwilds. If you do like games like Valheim, you will love this game. Along with the original Runescape. It has a lot of great elements from that game in this one as well. But we're going to get straight into it. The main purpose of this video is to show you guys a perfect beginning and middle game house, honestly. This house can do a lot of things. It's very versatile to expand it later on. Or even if you just want this house to just really be your final house, you can do that too. So the main things that we need to talk about is how much space you will need. Not including this deck, you will need a 5x5 area to build this house. And including the deck, you need a additional, technically it's 7.5 because this deck is 2 walls and a half, or 2 floors and a half. So 2 full foundations with a half one in the middle as well. And so what you see out here on the outside of the deck is our kiln, furnace, and the sawmill, which still has room for our lumber storage to store all of our planks and things like that we do make. Now, as for the house itself, very simple. All you're going to do is, on your deck, start with a double door or regular door wall in the middle. I do have it back 1/2 wall. As you can see here, it's offset by 1, and you're going to add the half walls here. But then what you're going to do is have it come out a half, and then you're going to do a half wall. Then you're going to do your wall with a window, with another half wall. Do the same thing on the other side, but on this side just come up by another, maybe not full wall, but like 3/4 of a wall, using some of the other walls that you have available to you to build. And then what you're going to do is actually just take on your left side, bring this all the way back 5. So this is where it's 5x5, okay, on the left side of your house. If you want to inverse this and do it on the right, you can do that. Doesn't really matter, but we're going to be covering it this way. And then after your 5th, you're going to come in with a half wall, window wall, half wall, come back 1, and then it's going to come all the way over another 3, and then we're going to go over to the right side of the house now. And what we're going to do is show you what we're going to do on that side before we go on the interior. So over on the right side, you're going to come out a full wall, then come out a half wall, then on the full side at this point, on your part that kind of extends out past the side of the house, half wall, window wall, half wall, come back another half wall, full wall, and then you can connect to your left side of the house with a door there in the middle. It should line up with the front entrance door if you did it correctly. And then what you're going to do is just take your roof, and you're going to start with the 30-degree foundations, or 30-degree roof, and just have it go all the way back to the 4th. You don't want to have it go all the way back to the 5th, have it go to the 4th, and then just keep your walls going all the way up. You can see I have them extended out a little bit, just because I'd like that, but if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. And then just do a pointy roof over on that side, where it's actually 5 wide. But yeah, that's pretty much all you have to do. What we're going to do is go inside, and what you're going to see on the inside is I'm not going to go into how to lay out the interior of your house. If you want to see it and do it how I did, you can pause the video to do that. So, but what we're going to see on the inside here is where we have our cooking pot, and the reason why we can't have this inside is because we have the chimney here, so there is no roof covering it, which allows us to do that. And then what we have on here are crates to allow us to have raw food along with our cooked food. We also have our brewing cauldron. Same thing on the other side of the cooking pot is we have 2 more crates. This one's more for the potions. And then we also have our cooking range. We also have a decorative table. You know, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. It just takes up a little bit of space, adds a little bit more to the house. And then over on the right side of the house where we have that indent, what I'm using this for is our weapon rack. And so what we can do is actually just store all the weapons that we're not using, store them here, or in the crates underneath. One thing we're going to see with this house and my interior is I've lifted a lot of things up off the floor so I can put crates underneath. And so if you raise these up to the same height as the window, you can put crates underneath. Like I'm using this for the shields, and, you know, torches, anything that's extra. Also the feathers to make bow and arrows, and also just additional storage for arrows down here for our bows. Now underneath the stairs are going to come up on the right side, right next to this bump out, and it's going to have it come up with 1 half foundation and then go up to the 2nd floor. And what you're going to do is just have this come up, and it should be, if you look at the height of our 2nd floor, it's going to be 1 full wall, then 1 half wall. And okay, so that's how high up your 2nd floor is going to be, and that's where you're going to want to add your 2nd floor. If you want to cover up this entire area with the 2nd floor, you can do that. I kind of like having it open, makes the house feel a little bit bigger, but I don't have it open on this side, and we'll get into this room here in a second. Now, underneath the stairs, if you want, you can do what I did and add a storage wall. So I keep just a lot of random stuff in here. You know, my woods, my ores, my, gold bars and ingots, all those kind of things I do here. And even above the back door to this in the backyard, in the back deck, is I did more storage above this for more miscellaneous things. Stuff that maybe I don't want to sort through it just yet. I can just come in here, dump all of it, and I can sort through it later. I keep all of my vault cores and my vault shards in here, along with just other miscellaneous stuff. And then over on the far right, I keep all of my gems that I kind of collect throughout the playthrough. Okay? Now, the main room that you're going to be in a lot, if you lay it out the way I did, is we have our crafting table, but this is the workbench room, and kind of just where we make a lot of our different materials to get us through the game. Once again, you see I'm lifting everything up. I'm actually using the half floors this time. What we're going to do is just put crates underneath that represent the different things that you need. So for tanneries, I know I need animal hide or animal hide scraps. And then what I'm going to do here is put leather, because that makes leather. And if you lay it out the way that I did here, you actually have room for your upgrades to the tannery and to the loom. And actually it still upgrades them because they are close enough. So pretty simple, and again, I keep all of the stuff that it's making in here, so I don't have to have an even bigger storage room underneath the stairs. So it kind of works out that I can keep all of the stuff that I do need together to make whatever materials I need to make. I do have another storage wall over here for more miscellaneous things, like my abyssal spines, direwolf hides, stuff like that. Middle one is a lot of bones, ram horns, and the top one is the fangs, because I can collect a lot of those. And similar thing over here with the spinning wheel, pottery wheel, and our smithing anvil. I have crates underneath these so I can store the different things that I do need underneath. Whether it's going to be ingots, groundstone, we have the grindstone here. We can even open up the windows that we have. I even added, windows up here just to allow a little bit more light in. So yeah, that's pretty much what this room is. And we even have more wall space to expand later on, so if we actually want to add more things as we get through the game, we can do that. But then we go up the stairs, and here's where you can just really do a lot of different things. I have my bed up here. I need to drink some water real quick. So you just make, the bed go here, kind of overlooks the kitchen area down there. And what I actually have is, for my upstairs, it's 2 foundations wide. And what I'm doing is actually utilizing this, so if I need to defend my base, or if I just want it to look pretty, look out towards the water, I can do that. But I can also defend my entire house from here if I need to. I also have a balcony on the back, which this one's more just for looks, because obviously nothing can attack me from back there. And then up here I have my rune altar with a crate or 2, so I can store my rune essences. And we also see the mannequins that we also have to store the different armors that we have. I could put more mannequins over here if I have more armor. There's actually a lot of different things that you can do as I actually start to get attacked. And I don't want my base to get destroyed, so I need to figure out where they're coming from. Let's kill these guys real quick. Now, I do recommend, as we kill these guys, keeping your base in the beginning area, because the warbands stop very quick. But that actually kind of ends it perfectly, because we kind of showed the rest of the house. I guess we didn't really show the back deck, but the back deck, what you can do is have it come out one more, so if you actually want it to be a little bit, wider in its width, you can actually add your lodestone back here, so you can actually teleport to the different areas of the map. Like what I have here, you can see all the different portals I have, so I can teleport around the map from my main base. But yeah. Hopefully this is the beginning house that you guys are looking for if you do struggle with making your own base, or if you're just needing some ideas. This house, I think, is very versatile. I love it. It actually made me destroy the first house I made, because this one's just a lot more efficient. It has everything that I need. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if you do want to see more RuneScape Dragonwilds, please let me know, because I'm really enjoying the game. It's a lot of fun. But until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.